As the summer transfer window looms large, all eyes are on Vinicius Junior, whose future with Real Madrid could very well define the club's upcoming season. The 25-year-old Brazilian winger is entering the final year of his contract, and with no agreement in sight for an extension, the stakes couldn't be higher. When discussions first took place back in 2025 between Real Madrid and Vinicius representatives, it quickly became clear that the two sides were miles apart in terms of expectations. Now, after a forced delay, the club is gearing up for renewed negotiations this summer, hoping to bridge that gap and secure the services of one of their crown jewels. However, lurking in the background are reports that intermediaries have already reached out to some of Europe's biggest clubs, including Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Manchester City, probing the waters for a potential move should an agreement not materialize. Now, let's be clear, Real Madrid cannot afford to let Vinicius leave as a free agent in 2027. The ramifications of such a misstep would be catastrophic, and the club is well aware of this reality. If the right deal isn't struck during this offseason, the possibility of Vinicius donning another club's colors could become a bitter reality for fans at the Bernabeu. But amidst all this speculation, the atmosphere in Valdebebas remains surprisingly calm. The hierarchy is prioritizing a renewal for Vinicius, and indications suggest that they are confident an agreement can be reached when talks resume. Vinicius has shown undeniable flashes of brilliance recently, particularly in the absence of Kylian Mbappe, where he stepped up and demonstrated why he's not just an asset, but a cornerstone of this Real Madrid team. His performances between January and March were nothing short of sensational, solidifying his status as one of the elite talents in world football. The way he has electrified the pitch proves just how vital he is to the club's ambitions moving forward. While there exists a slight chance of him departing for what many might perceive as the glitz and glamour of the Premier League, the overwhelming sentiment is that he will remain in the Spanish capital for the foreseeable future. The club, the fans, and Vinicius himself understand the unique connection he has with Real Madrid, a bond that transcends mere contractual obligations. As we transition to the next segment, the focus shifts to how Real Madrid is strategically planning its summer transfers, a landscape that could dramatically change depending on the outcome of Vinicius' contract negotiations. What does this mean for the club's approach to other potential signings? Let's dive deeper into the intricacies of Madrid's transfer strategy and the implications it holds for the squad. Real Madrid is set to face a critical test against Bayern Munich at the Santiago Bernabeu this Tuesday night, a clash that promises to encapsulate the very essence of top-tier European football. Following a disappointing 2-1 defeat away to Mallorca, confidence within the squad is teetering on the edge, making this upcoming Champions League quarterfinal a pivotal moment for Los Blancos. Alvaro Arbeloa is expected to implement a 4-3-3 formation, making strategic adjustments to his starting 11 that reflect both necessity and ambition. With the stakes this high, the inclusion of Vinicius Junior, Federico Valverde, and Thiago Pitarch Pinar from the outset is a move that could redefine the match's trajectory. Vinicius will need to harness his explosive pace down the left flank, while Valverde's dynamic presence in midfield will be crucial for transitioning from defense to attack. In goal, Andre Lunin will be under scrutiny after conceding 2 goals in his last appearance. With Bayern's attacking prowess, Lunin must exhibit composure and confidence to restore faith in his abilities. The central defensive pairing of Antonio Rudiger and Dean Huijsen is set to be tested against a formidable Bayern attack, and their performance will be vital in maintaining a solid defensive structure. They must communicate effectively, ensuring that they remain a cohesive unit capable of stifling the opposition's chances. Flanking the center backs, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Alvaro Carreras will need to strike a balance between defensive duties and contributing to the attack. Their ability to join offensive plays at the right moments could provide Real Madrid with the width and creativity needed to break down Bayern's defenses. However, they must also remain vigilant. A lapse in concentration could be catastrophic against such a high-caliber opponent. The midfield trio of Thiago Pitarch Pinar, Aurelien Tchouameni, and Federico Valverde is where the battle will be won or lost. Each player must elevate their game, controlling the tempo and effectively linking defense with attack. Their performance will dictate how well Madrid can transition and create goal-scoring opportunities. while Eduardo Camavinga and Jude Bellingham sit on the bench. Their potential impact cannot be underestimated, especially given their ability to inject energy and creativity in the latter stages of the match. In attack, Kylian Mbappe is tasked with being the focal point. His ability to exploit space and create chances will be crucial for Real Madrid to find the back of the net. If he can establish himself as a constant threat in the final third, it will open up opportunities for his teammates to capitalize on, especially if Vinicius and Arda Güler can effectively support him from the wings. The bench also holds options like Gonzalo Garcia and Franco Mastantuono, who may be called upon to change the game's dynamics should the need arise. Their fresh legs could prove essential in the second half, particularly if Los Blancos find themselves chasing a goal. As anticipation builds for this heavyweight encounter, fans are left to wonder, will Real Madrid rise to the occasion and quell the doubts lingering from the recent loss? The atmosphere at the Bernabeu will undoubtedly be electric, and the players must channel that energy into a performance worthy of their storied legacy. With everything on the line, this match is not just about tactics and formations. It's about character, resilience, and the indomitable spirit that defines Real Madrid. Next, we'll delve into the specific strategies both teams might employ and how previous encounters could shape this crucial matchup. It was a Saturday steeped in disappointment for Real Madrid, as they not only succumbed to a 2-1 defeat against Mallorca, but also watched their fiercest rivals, Barcelona, extend their lead in the La Liga title race to a staggering 7 points. The stakes couldn't be higher, yet the outcome was all too familiar. A bitter pill for Madridistas to swallow while the Camp Nou faithful revel in their current supremacy. The day began with Madrid taking the pitch, hoping to capitalize on any slip from Barcelona, but what unfolded was yet another chapter of frustration. Mallorca, a team that has historically been a thorn in Madrid's side, proved to be a formidable opponent, taking full advantage of defensive lapses and a lack of clinical finishing from our side. This isn't just a loss, it's a missed opportunity, one that could haunt the squad as they chase yet another league title. Meanwhile, across the capital, Barcelona faced Atletico Madrid in a match that was nothing short of dramatic. The Catalans managed to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, but let's not gloss over the circumstances that led to their win. A red card shown to Atletico's Nico Gonzalez before halftime certainly shifted the momentum, but what followed was nothing short of controversial. Gerard Martin, a defender for Atletico, was initially shown a red card for a tackle on Thiago Almada, only for VAR to intervene and downgrade it to a yellow. This decision has ignited a firestorm of debate. Was it a clear and obvious error as dictated by the rules of the game? Many, including the wife of our very own Fede Valverde, voiced their outrage, highlighting the inconsistency in officiating that seems to plague La Liga. Mina Bonino didn't hold back as she took to social media, asserting that the stadium should be closed if that tackle wasn't deemed worthy of a red card. Although she deleted the post shortly after, the sentiment resonated with fans who feel that decisions like these can tip the balance of a title race. The uproar surrounding this incident only adds to the feeling that Real Madrid is continuously fighting against not just their opponents, but also the dubious decisions from officials that can have dramatic consequences. As for Valverde, his absence was glaring in the clash against Mallorca. Suspended due to an accumulation of yellow cards, he watched from the sidelines as his teammates struggled to find the rhythm and creativity needed to break down a resolute Mallorca defense. But the silver lining is clear. Valverde will return just in time for a crucial Champions League quarterfinal against Bayern Munich. This is the moment where Real Madrid can channel their frustrations and refocus their ambitions. The upcoming clash against Bayern is more than just a game. It's an opportunity for redemption. Madrid must rally, using the sting of Saturday's defeat as motivation. The Champions League is where we thrive. It's where legends are born, and it's time for this squad to step up and show their true colors. The pressure is on, but if there's one thing we know, it's that Real Madrid thrives under pressure. So, as we look ahead, let's remember that while the La Liga title race now seems daunting, the Champions League brings with it a fresh slate, a chance to write a different narrative. Real Madrid has the heart, the talent, and the history to overcome this latest hurdle and rise to the occasion. Madridistas, let's keep the faith. Comment below and let us know your thoughts on this latest chapter in our season and what you expect from the upcoming clash against Bayern. And don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates on our beloved team. A la Madrid!